Hey everyone, it's Erica. I am back with a process video and I'm going to be using the North Pole collection from Bella Boulevard, and I've already done a lot of this prep work off camera, and I'll just kind of walk you through what I did. I have my layers here for my mat. I have this white piece of cardstock. It's matted on hearts and ombre paper from Bella Boulevard, and then it's mounted on this pattern paper here from the North Pole collection. I did gut the inside of it, and then I did stitch around the white. I believe the white is 11 by 11, and then 11 1/4 by 11 1/4 for the hearts and ombre. And then I have these circles in my stash because I use a lot of I do a lot of designs that have circle elements in the middle. It's just really like things in the center. So I keep them in this drawer next to my desk with like pre-cut files that I have and things like that. And I always have these circles in different sizes, and I just punch them out with my We Are Memory Keepers spin and trim. So I have this circle, and I think this one's probably bigger. Yeah, this one's a little bit bigger than this one. And I cut out a bunch of little 1-inch squares out of the pattern papers from the collection. And then I just added them all over a circle. I just glued them down and let them like overhang. And then I just cut the excess off of the circle. And then once that was done, I went ahead and ran it through my sewing machine and did some zigzag stitches and then stitched all the way around the circle with a straight stitch. I did do some straight stitching on here and I didn't like the way it looked, so I just went over it with a zigzag, and I love the texture that it gives, and I love all of that color. So I'm going to place that in the center, and then I have some photos of Liam at his winter program, so I'm going to trim those up, add some layers behind the photos, and I'm probably going to do 2 of them instead of the 3. I had a different idea at first before I started this. Probably place them off to the left, maybe do my title around the circle on one side, and then embellishments. Really, really simple design that I do often, but I love this so far. I just think this is so pretty. And just love all of those colors, and it showcases all of the patterns, or not all of the patterns, but some of the patterns and colors in the collection. So I'm going to go ahead and get my photos trimmed up, get them matted, and then start to lay out some embellishments, and then I'll be back. Okay, so I'm going to start out by trimming up my photos using this tonic trimmer that I absolutely love. I use this one to trim up my photos instead of using my Fiskars, because if I trim the photos with my Fiskars trimmer, it dulls the blade like right away. So I like to use this small tonic one. I think I got it from a Cherry on Top. So I'm going to trim up the photos, and I'm only going to use 2 of the photos. I originally had printed out 3 because the design in my head was for 3 photos, and then once I got all my product out and I had all of these little scraps from previous layouts that I had created with the North Pole collection, I decided to just start cutting up those scraps into little 1-inch squares, and I placed them all over the circle, and then that's how that came about. So the 2 photos I think I'm going to use instead of the 3. They just fit better on the circle. So I'm just going to add some pattern paper to the back of the photos just to add some more color to the layout and just to have something behind each photo. They are printed out in black and white, and they are from his winter program that I was so cute. I got some really cute photos of him that day, like when they came out for their program, but this was after the program, and we were so proud of him because he was super nervous. This is his first year in preschool. I didn't plan on sending him to preschool this year at all. I didn't send Eli, and he was perfectly fine. He did fine going to kindergarten. I didn't send him until he was almost 6. He started when he was already 5, Eli did, and then he had turned 6 shortly after he started kindergarten. And I wanted the same thing for Liam. all the other kids went like as soon as they turned 5, and they all did 2 years of preschool as well. But with the last two, I just felt like I wanted them home that extra year, and I think it totally made a difference in how they started kindergarten. I just felt like they were more mature than the other kids that started right away. So anyway, so he was super nervous about his program, but he did really, really good. And then Santa came out at the very end and surprised them, and the look on his face is priceless. Like, he was so surprised and just so amazed, and it was like the best thing ever. And it was like so magical because, you know, they're still believing in you know, Santa and everything like that. So it was really, really fun to watch him, and then to be able to capture those moments on camera with my camera. They're just the best ever. So this was after the program, and he was super excited because Santa gave them all a gift, and it was a scarf and gloves, and he's got a scarf on that he's absolutely loves. So just adding some embellishments, really simple. I created a little cluster to the left of that circle, and then embellished around my photos. I'm going to go back and forth with that little polar bear there to the right. I'm going to end up taking him off and then putting something else there. It's a little Oh What Fun die cut, which was part of a tag, and I just cut around the words because I just wanted to use the words and not the full tag. And you'll see that here in just a little bit. The fussy cut florals are from a paper that I added to this kit. I love using florals, and this kit had like the poinsettias, however you say it, in it. But these florals I absolutely love, and they're from Blvd as well. And I think it was the holiday collection from last year. I can't remember the name of it, but the colors match perfectly because Blvd colors, like, you can mix and match collections and things like that. So I ended up purchasing a couple sheets of that paper, and if I can find it, I'll list it down below. And it's just a 12 by 12 full of these gorgeous florals. They're easy to fussy cut. So I threw in some of those florals just because I'm a floral girl and I just love the way they look. Love the way that they look. So I have them up and around the photos, and then off to the left. And then for my title, when I do a circle element like this in the center, I like to do the title going around. So you'll see me on camera doing memories at the top, which I plan on just doing memories and leaving it there just like that. Just that would be the title, was memories. But then I go in off camera after I was like looking at the layout for a bit, because I was trying to decide whether or not I wanted to add like some gold or silver splatter or something like that. And I decided against that, but I did go ahead and add 2022 winter memories. So you'll see that in the finished photos where I added the 2022 winter, and then the memories you'll see me do on camera. So that pretty much finishes it up. It came together really quick. The hardest, or not the hardest, but the thing that took the longest was the circle, adding the little squares to that, and then stitching. But even that didn't take long at all, and I was just watching a show on my iPad, and it came together really quick. I think I'm going to do this again with these squares, but I'll do it in a different shape. Probably do a large heart in the center. I think that would be really cute to do. So really, really fun, and you could do it with stars, or do smaller circles and use up some scraps and cut up some small squares and just cover, you know, some smaller circles and kind of place them around your layout. So just another fun way to use up your scraps and add lots of color and pattern to a layout. So if you like this design, I would love to see you take this design of these like little squares and covering a shape in, and make it your own, or copy mine exactly. That's fine with me too. But I just love to see what people, like if you're inspired by this, what you will create based off of mine. So I'll have still shots for you guys at the end, and then I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and I hope you guys all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.